Recently retired 2 years ago after 37 years at sea as a merchant seaman and shipwright. And now I seem to be busier than ever with hobbies, gardening, pigeons, chooks, fishing, stuff like that.
Where did you grow up?
I was born in Broome. Mum and Dad ran the quarantine station in Broome. I was born there, and Mum had a girl helper. She was from the Beagle Bay Mission, an Aboriginal girl, and she helped Mum raise me and my older brother and older sister before we moved back down to Perth.
When did you get the idea of getting to know your fellow neighbours and getting to know each
other? It seemed a shame to me to drive out of your driveway, see your neighbour mowing the lawn or standing there talking to another neighbour and not waving to them or acknowledge them or anything. I mean, it just seemed odd that we live so close, and you hear of stories where a person met their neighbour when they were holidaying in Ayers Rock or something like that, and I thought, that is so queer. Why don't you meet all your neighbours around close to you now, wave to them, keep an eye on their places, and just sort of look after each other in general, because there's no point in going to the other end of the world and then meeting your neighbour there. You might as well meet them and socialise with them close to home.
Tell me a little bit about what you grow in your garden and what kind of livestock you take care of.
Pretty keen gardener. I like flowers and trees, and there's so many backyards that there's space there, and there's nothing. I'm very practical. I like things that give something back. Trees and plants are the lungs of the earth. I like trees that give me stuff, like I've got a peach tree and I've got a pear tree, I've got 2 apple trees, an orange tree, a lemon tree, grapevine. All of those things look good, and they also give you something back. And veggies, I've only got a small veggie patch, but it's surprising how much a small area can produce. I've got, at the moment, peas, broccoli, broad beans, silver beet, carrots, and I've just put some runner beans in. So at different times they produce a lot. When I've got a lot, I give it away to people around the neighbourhood, and in turn, you know, I get stuff back. If they've got a surplus or something, they give me something in exchange. So there's those, and there's the eggs. I've got chooks. I've just done an egg run this morning to people who are doing it a little bit tough, and I just gave away 4.5 dozen eggs to some little old people that are in need. As a hobby, I race pigeons, and I look forward to each weekend seeing the birds come home and knowing that they've come hundreds of kilometres just to come home, just to be back home because they like it here. And that gives me quite a bit of satisfaction too.
Alrighty. Is it true that you donate your blood to help the sick, and why do you go out of your way to do so?
For what? Giving?
Donating your blood.
Yeah, plasma. You can donate whole blood and you can donate plasma. Whole blood is very, very good, and I used to do that. But then I got interested in donating plasma, which takes probably an hour and 10 minutes each time because it's a little bit more involved. But you see things like shows like Telethon and that, and there's kids with leukemia and cancer and stuff like that, and only 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years old, and they haven't had a chance. You know, they haven't seen life, haven't really had a good crack at it. And if I can produce plasma like everybody can, and it doesn't hurt to take it out of you and donate it to people with burns and leukemia and cancer and stuff like that, if I can donate, I do. And so once every fortnight I donate it, and yeah, I'll keep doing it for as long as I can.
How long have you known Willie the Fencer for?
Oh, the Willie Wagtail. I had the door open once. I was watching the cricket and I had the door open, pretty hot day, and I was sitting up exactly where I am now, and I was having a beer and the cricket was on, and Willie flew in, and he flew up on the bar, and he just did his little tail wag thing, and I thought he was quite friendly, so I decided to start feeding him. Well, of course, that one thing led to another, and I finished up with Willie and his family the next spring. That was 4 years ago, and every year Willie brings his wife and kids across, and sometimes they all come in here and watch TV, but she usually jumps on the kids and tells them to get out. But Willie and I sit here and we watch TV, have a bit of a talk, and I look after Willie, and I'd like to think that he's enjoying life as much as I am.